Hello, Scorpio, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us here on the channel. Today we are going to look at your monthly reading for the month of November. Again, this is for the astrological sign of Scorpio. If you enjoy the message and would like future videos, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Everyone's always welcome, and I upload messages daily. Also, if you would like a chance at a free personal reading, all you have to do to enter into the drawing is comment your astrological sign below, and I will be doing a video at the end of the month for the free personal reading drawing and announcing the winner in the video. So, Scorpio, let's get started. We are going to start with the good tarot and then move into the original tarot spread, followed by some fairy tarot, psychic tarot, and then the guidance cards. So let's see here, Scorpio, what we can see for you. Five of air is conflict. I get the sense here, Scorpio, that there's been a situation, a conflict that you've been involved in, a disagreement, an argument. There's a need to stand your ground. Stand up for what you believe in, what you believe is right. And focus on yourself. Focus on self-worth, self-healing, self-motivation. That's where this victory is going to come in. That's where this inspiration is going to come in. Focusing on the things that you can control. But there's a definite need here, Scorpio, to stand your ground when it comes to this disagreement that's coming up here. So let's get the tarot out. Here, 10 of Pentacles is the inner focus. The outer focus is feeling trapped. I feel like what you struggle with is loyalty. Either you have a hard time being loyal, or you have a hard time finding loyal people. I feel like there is a sense of abandonment here with the Five of Pentacles coming out. Your inner focus is your money, your goals, your finances. Your outer focus, how people perceive you, is you're trapped in a situation. Now, one thing I will point out, we have the Emperor twice. Okay, so it's definite need to stand your ground right now. I feel like with the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups right next to each other, there is a need to open up emotionally I feel like you may be a little bit emotionally unavailable, and being able to communicate how you're feeling will help with the movement forward in this. Ultimately, Scorpio, I feel like you do want this love fulfillment, this love commitment. And you may very well have one person that you have in mind that you want this commitment with. But there's still a need to heal some outdated belief systems, inner conflict, releasing past situations, releasing yourself, because I really get the sense that this always looking back on the past, it's how you perceive the situation. It's all about how you perceive it. And I get the sense that every time you look back on the past, it's very stressful for you, very burdening, okay? There's a need for closure in that scenario. Whether you go back to this person and gain closure, and I feel like I've had this reading before. You don't have to go back and make amends with the person. You don't even have to talk to this person to gain closure. You can gain closure within yourself by going through the process of processing this ending. So what I tell my clients is to sit down and take a review. Since we're coming up on the ending of a decade, Scorpio, why not just review the past 10 years and gain closure on all of it? Just review the past decade. Look at the positive and the negative. Okay, so go down the line and write out every year, 2010 to 2019. And then under each year, write the positive things that have happened as well as the negative. Once you go through that process, then you can go down the line and review. Okay, so look at the positive things, reminisce on the positive memories, maybe look at some videos, look at some pictures, okay? And then focus on the negative. Sit down and take time to look at the negative situation, think about it, write it out if you need to. What could you have done differently to have a different outcome? Would you have wanted a different outcome? Really taking a clear and concise look at each of those situations, very practically what lessons you could have learned within that situation, even if it was better communication. Did you learn those lessons? When a similar situation was or will be presented, will you handle that situation differently moving forward? Go through that process with each of these negative scenarios, and then, it's okay. You're human. I'm human. We're all human. Humans aren't perfect. We make mistakes. Forgive yourself for that. There were lessons that you needed to learn within that situation. Now you know what you can do better moving forward. And even maybe write out a little letter to yourself, like, I forgive myself for dealing with this situation for this long, or overstepping my boundaries, or not communicating properly. And this is what I'm going to do moving forward to try and correct that behavior. Very simply, go through this review process. There's a desire for something more meaningful, a more meaningful life, a more meaningful relationship. And I feel like you're making this decision to move forward. If you do decide to let go of any connections moving forward from people, places, and things that are no longer serving, protect yourself, protect your energy, protect your possessions. This person could be very destructive. So just be aware of that fact. The person might be a little destructive when it comes to personal possessions. So take steps moving forward to protect your personal possessions. Going through this review process, Scorpio, is going to help you release these burdens, release these ties. Once those burdens and ties are released, that's when the love will begin. The self-love, the self-healing, and the outer love as well. Focus on your career. Don't be afraid to release people, places, and things that are no longer serving you. And I feel like you might know exactly what I'm talking about. Your intuition is guiding you on what exactly it is that needs released. Don't be deterred by the challenges ahead. It's not going to come easy. But it's definitely going to be worth it. I also have like 3 chakra cards coming out here. We have the third eye chakra, sacral chakra, and the heart chakra. All 3 coming out here, Scorpio. So I really get the sense that there's some chakra cleansing that needs to happen. Some chakras need rebalanced. Heart chakra tells me that this is weighing heavy on your heart. It's definitely an intimate connection with the sacral chakra coming out. And the third eye tells me that you have the intuition to guide you through this. You have a deeper sense of knowing what action needs to be taken. It's just going through the process. Let's get some guidance cards out here. One thing I can say is the Emperor is coming out twice, so stand your ground. Your strength is going to assure a happy outcome. Challenges, challenges, challenges. Take risks. So, what do I mean by that within this reading? Well, if you feel an inkling like you need to move forward, but you're unsure, take the risk. Do it. If you're feeling like you shouldn't go, you need to stay and work this out, do that. Whatever you're being called to, take action. Go outside, get grounded, meditate, contemplate what's going on. Get some fresh air. Feel like you've been in indoors for too long, maybe on your computer, watching tarot readings on YouTube, take a break, go outside. Everything's going to turn around. I do see there's wish fulfillment coming out. The Emperor's coming out twice. There is going to be order brought back into the situation. But, Scorpio, there's a need to get grounded and go through this review process that we talked about. We have only 2 months left in this decade. We're not going to bring this garbage into the new decade, are we? Just something to think about. So, that is the message that I have for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Thank you for liking and subscribing. If you are interested in the free tarot reading drawing, the information is in the description box. Thank you guys again, and I look forward to seeing your beautiful souls again soon. Namaste.